Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Welcome back to Dragon Rider Cryptos. This is the Dragon Rider. Let's take a quick look at the market. You can see the serious grip that the institutions have gained in the market. Playing against and for cryptos, basically, futures, CMEs, and all this nonsense. They're playing both sides, manipulating the market to a great degree. You knew that was bound to happen once they came into the space, but let's go ahead and get on to what is really happening here. Alright, these guys love blockchain, and there's some reasons for that. I'm not going to really get in depth to that at the moment, but let's go ahead and look at what's going on. Let's look at the tactics. We can identify the tactics, we can kind of see the direction in which they're moving. So we had some FUD not too long ago about South Korea doing doing some kind of restrictive motions, restrictive actions on crypto exchanges. People got pissed off about it and pushed back, and during the push, people in the government were exposed as insider trading. So that whole nonsense, as I said, was just a fucking move for them to manipulate the market to do their insider trading. And that's what we keep seeing right here, right? So let's go on down here. Commodities. China moves to crack down on digital currency pyramid schemes, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. Alright, Bitcoin defends 11,000 mark. Opera. Indian state partners with fund to launch blockchain ecosystem. So we had a little bit of FUD around this India just recently as well. Here's what we want to look at right here. Alright. Essentially what this is talking about is contortion for compliance. Basically all the moves that are making people go through in order to comply. And in New York, what they want to do is, and they're probably trying to use this as a basis for implementation, if they're able to do so, which is not clear yet if humanity is going to allow that, or at least citizens of certain countries, particularly in the U.S., where people just really don't like to fucking be pushed around. Alright, so that being said, what they want to do is make those who want to do trading and whatnot become licensed traders and or money movers. And essentially what they have been doing is trying to push people out of trading and into holding. Because when you're holding your coins, just like if you were staking in your wallet, you're essentially helping to maintain the structure of blockchain of that particular platform. But in this case, if they get mass amount of people to hold, they're essentially staking the entire blockchain ecosystem, while they themselves continue to do the trading, which is where all the big gains will be at, because during the trading is where you're able to buy and sell under the highs and lows. If you're just staking, you're just holding, you're simply getting the set return percentage of whatever that value is on that token or coin in relation to the market trading. Okay, so if you're holding, the value of your coin is appreciating or depreciating based upon the trading going on in the market, which creates the market value for the particular coin or token. So what they want you to do is just hold and act like you're just staking the whole ecosystem while they do the trading and make those big gains. And in order to discourage more people from doing individual trading, they go ahead and implement this tax on every trade. And then the next step is to try to implement this licensing of those who are going to be doing trading. And as we said before, the SEC says if you're not a millionaire, then you're too stupid to do trading and manage your own finances. So that's why they have a banking system. So they want to discourage individual trading and essentially promote or push toward institutional trading. Okay? Institutional trading. Meaning that they get a bunch of people to just buy and hold, support the market at that base level while they buy, sell, and trade the market itself, make all those gains. And anybody that tries to get into that space of trading will have to pay all kinds of fucking tax on every little trade. Institutions don't care about those little taxes in between the trades because they have just been given the clear during the last tax law that was implemented. They have all kind of outs and ways and means to write off and diverge from paying those particular taxes that individual traders will have to do. All right, so got a couple of steps here. One, discourage individual trading. Two, manipulate the market through institutional trading. Three, tax the crap out of those individuals who still choose to do individual trading so they can make money off of you even if you decide to go ahead and do it yourself. And there's four. All right, the fourth tactic or the fourth angle that they're coming at, and there are plenty of them, just pointing out a few here, all right, is essentially, how can I say this, attempting or moving towards trying to eliminate external exchanges or exchanges in general. Okay, and this is how it could work. By scaring people out of trading individually or making it too costly or complicated. People still want to make that money, so they're going to hold, as I said, and sustain the whole market in general. But people still want to trade because that's where the money's at. So here come the banks, institutions talking about you can't trade unless you're licensed, which means what? Only they can do it. So there's going to be, or it looks like there's going to be a move towards institutions being allowed to or opening up to exchanges within their own structure, meaning that your Bank of America could at some point, or Wells Fargo or whatever frickin' institution it is, could start doing or having their own exchanges. So what will happen is, or what could happen is, or what it looks like they're attempting to do, from one front, is to move people away from individual trading into institutional trading, just like the traditional stock market, where they have a total and absolute fucking maniacal grip on, and is completely falling apart because they abused the crap out of it for far too long with their fiat money system. They don't like fiat, all right? They don't like fiat. So most people don't like fiat, and that's why we're moving globally towards digital currency, cryptocurrencies, and the like. So once the banks, if they're able to succeed in this, once the banks start doing their own exchange, once Wells Fargo starts having its own exchange, what does that mean for Bittrex, Bitfinex, Kraken, and all these other exchanges? It means the end, my friends. Because most people, because of how complicated and costly they made individual trading, are likely just to go to their bank's exchange, do their trades, pay their fees, cash out into fiat, or rather it won't be fiat because you don't deal with fiat unless you pull that money out of the bank in cash. Essentially, you won't have to convert into fiat because it will be done within the bank itself, meaning you buy Litecoin, you sell Litecoin, your gain goes directly into your bank account, which you then just spend using your Visa, debit, or whatever card that you're already using. You wonder why Visa decided not to go ahead and continue with a lot of the wallet or a lot of the cards that a lot of these blockchains have been trying to use, BitPay, 10X, all these guys. Why Visa and MasterCard even is starting to pull back from allowing them to do so? Because why would they not do that if in fact they're attempting to do this strategy or utilize this tactic because it's beneficial for them. They are the banks. They are the institutional investment institutions. So Visa itself could come out with an exchange. They have enough money. Visa could come out with an exchange with all those coins. And as I said before, you buy one, you sell one, your gains go right into your Visa account, which you can spend via your Visa card without ever converting into paper money. All right? So paper money just eventually becomes obsolete. They don't like it because they can't track paper money. They can track every form of digital currency, but they can't track all the fucking paper money out there. They complain about fraud and this and that, but that's much easier to do with paper fiat money than it is with cryptos or digital money due to the technology and tracking abilities. So that's all backwards. Damn near everything they say openly is opposite of what they're doing. Just understand that we live in a polarity or duality, and whatever they're doing is generally polarized towards what society in general wants to move towards. So that being said, that's number 4, moving towards exchanges, institutional exchanges from within the institutions themselves. So what does that mean for decentralization? It means goodbye to decentralization. All right. Another step that they could take, and I had noticed this in a couple of other articles, it's not in here, is that they might want to demonize so-called privacy coins. So, for instance, if they move towards internal exchanges, institutional exchanges from a bank, they may not allow you to transfer your Monero or your whatever privacy coin into that bank and convert it into digital currency that you can spend or take out in fiat because they can't track it, but damn well believe that they're gonna still use it to launder their own fucking money. All right, that's why they won't completely outlaw it in that sense. So these are just some tactics to look at, to look for. As I said, come in here, look at all the news, go on YouTube, look at all the social media, see how the institutions and powers that be are pushing, see how the humanity is pushing back. It is an ebb and a flow. There is no end game. There is an end goal for them, but there is no end game. Because it's going to keep on moving and moving and moving and flowing and ebbing and flowing. The trick to being successful and staying above the water and not drowning in all this bull BS is to be like a buoy in the ocean. When the waves rise and fall, the buoy stays above the water. It rides the waves. It stays in the flow. Alright? You got to stay in the flow. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a legal advisor. Everything I'm telling you at this point is my subjective opinion about the information, my own experience dealing with these elements. Use your own diligence. You know, as they say, never invest more than you are willing to lose or can, more importantly, afford to lose, because you can believe damn well that if there's an opportunity for these shysters and these scammers and these pestilent bastards out there to take your money, they sure as hell will. So be diligent. Alright? And that being said, you know, come in here, pay attention to these dots, connect them, see what's going on. Not everything is negative, not everything is positive. Alright? Stay in the flow. Even when things begin to ebb, stay in the flow. Because when the ebb ends, you will be on the height, you will be on the peak of the wave of the flow, which momentum will carry you beyond the next ebb. Alright? Put yourself in a position that you can maneuver within and around. As they say, when the giant enters the forest and starts stepping on everything and trees are getting smashed, where do you want to be? Under the foot or on top of the foot? So till next time, keep riding those dragons, stay safe, and we'll see ya.